Hey guys, Cheapario here. Today we're doing an unboxing of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection Pink Ranger. This is Amy Jo Johnson, the actress. She played Kimberly, the OG Pink Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back in the 90s. Was beloved by many, just a great Pink Ranger, identified as kind of like the Valley Girl. And her boyfriend during the majority of the run of the show was the Green Ranger Tommy. So, in terms of this figure, this was hard to find for quite some time. One of the initial releases of the Lightning Collection some years ago. But as you can find now on Amazon currently, this figure is running about $24 to $25, probably in lieu of the announcement of the remastered collection. So, this figure right now, if you want to get a great Pink Ranger figure and a great um, really good mold of Kimberly's face, this is a good figure to buy, especially at that price point of $24 to $25. Again, everyone's kind of waiting for those remastered toys to come out. So these figures are becoming more and more um, available and kind of easily found online, and the prices are dropping, at least currently. So I highly recommend this is the point to get these figures. So these Lightning Collection boxes, of course, are changing in lieu of Hasbro's more environmentally friendly boxing. But when these were initially released, of course, they had the plastic see-through that you can see the figure and its accessories. Of course, you got the helmet of the Pink Ranger. At the time, she was pterodactyl, and she later became, when she got her ninja powers, she got the Ninja Zord, which was the crane. But of course, her helmet stayed as the pterodactyl. So that's the figure. It looks great. Let's get this unboxed and see how it goes. So just a little story. If you look at my opening of the Black Ranger figure, Zach, I had nothing but positive things to say about Walter Jones, and just he'd be the one actor you'd want to see at a convention. Unfortunately, I don't have much positive to say about my experience with Amy Jo Johnson. I did see her at a convention. I'm going to take the figure out of the plastic while I tell you these stories. So not necessarily negative, but just not really engaging either. So for Amy Jo Johnson, I did go see her with my daughter. I'm going to take this plastic off. And it seemed to be more transactional. So there's a long line of male adults, probably all over 35 and 40, and that includes myself. But my daughter was the sole little girl, 8 years old, excited to see the Pink Ranger. But the thing about Amy Jo Johnson is that I've noticed that she's more, I'm going to take the accessories out. She's more transactional. It's just more kind of just about um, just getting the pictures taken, doing the autographs, no muss, no fuss, no conversations, just kind of in and out, and then to the next customer, the next fan. So I did not see much of engagement. That was just my experience for that event. Um, so again, Amy Jo Johnson doesn't need to be doing these conventions at all, but she does do it to still kind of engage, have some type of engagement. Let's see if we can lower this down a little bit. Get a closer look at Kimberly. Um, get a closer engagement with her fans. Not everyone's going to do that. Not every Power Ranger is going to do that, but I wonder where this goes. Got her bow, which I almost forgot. Yeah, so Amy Jo Johnson doesn't need to do that type of engagement with her fans. She can just not go to conventions at all, which of course many actors do. But she's still doing the conventions. Just I didn't. I was hoping for kind of more of a conversation, at least with my daughter. But it was just hello, took the picture, smiled, and that was it. So there was no conversation. There was no asking for her name or any of that. It was just there was one word. So that was my interaction with Amy Jo Johnson. Not a great experience, not one I would do again if it was that same type of transaction. Of course, better experiences that I had with the actors that played Zach, that played Rocky. Of course, have very, very fond memories of Jason David Frank. He was very kind of like a firecracker that lit up the room. Whether you found kind of connected with that type of ego, but it was a very positive experience for a fan, for Jason David Frank. He always went above and beyond, and he always made sure that he gave you an experience. Austin St. John, who played Jason, also a good experience. I have not met Aisha yet, and I've met some of the other Power Rangers from the other seasons and had positive experiences as well. Um, Billy's another one, David Yost, that was kind of more transactional per se, um, but nothing like that I experienced with Amy Jo Johnson, which not negative, just not something you go to convention for. So in terms of this figure, there's discoloration on the chest and torso. There's clearly a different color, almost like a purplish, as opposed to the rest of her body. It's very noticeable. You can't probably see it on this camera, but looking at the figure, I do see a noticeable discoloration. It could just be that the box is let out in the sun too long, for wherever I purchased this from, and there's just been a clear distinction between discoloration here to the rest of her body. So that's unfortunate. But otherwise, as you can see here, she stands fine. She looks great. The bow and accessories look great. I'm sure if I was not fumbling around, I'd be able to fit this bow inside of, and I just need to figure it out, but I'm sure I'd be able to fit the bow inside of her power bow. And let me see if I can, still haven't figured out how this will fit, if it's just like a blast from here. Is that? Nope. I'll figure that out later. My main thing is just I like to put the blasters inside their holsters. I do like to switch the head and like get you guys a closer look at the helmet. The helmet looks great. This is one of the few that when they did a movie version of it, when they did the Power Rangers movie, some of the helmets got butchered, and hers was one of them. The suits look great, but for some reason the helmets, when they went to a movie version, I'm gonna pop off the helmet. There we go. So for when they did I believe it was 1995, when they did the movie, the suits became more like armored, and I used to love the look of the suits. But my one gripe was that, for the exception of Kimberly's helmet, which looks squashed, all the other helmets look great. So this was the OG helmet. Looks great in terms of the sculpt. Looks great on the figure. As you can see, they've got the pterodactyl kind of morpher on her belt. There is Kimberly's helmet. Her head sits way too high, and I made sure I pushed it down as far as possible. So her head looks weird. Oh, okay, maybe I didn't pop it on as much as I should. There we go. Okay, that's better. So it looks fine now. That was just me. So the figure looks great. The mold looks great. Probably as best of a likeness that you can get with Amy Jo Johnson, especially if you're not going to scan these actors. These are more for Hasbro, more budget style figures in terms of comparable to some of the other lines that they have. So they're not scanning these figures. They're going off of promotional photos when whoever is molding these figures is crafting their heads. They're going off of promotional photos. They don't have full 360 scans of their heads. They don't have full 360 um, looks to kind of making sure they've got all the dimensions right. So based on they're doing it off of a picture, the helmets, the head sculpts look great. The likenesses look fine for the most part, and this figure is one of them that looks decent. Um, Figure looks good, for the exception of the discoloration. It's a great Kimberly figure. I'm glad I bought it. I highly recommend that if you're going to find it, if you're going to find a Kimberly figure and um, you want a decent price before scalpers start pushing up the prices. Right now, the price is going really good, $24 to $25. Highly recommend. Cool accessories. If I knew how to figure out how to kind of uh, put them in her hands and how it would interact with the bow and stuff like that. But I'm going to not fumble these in front of you guys. So just kind of make it simple for today. She does come with great accessories. She stands mostly fine. She comes with a bow. She comes with that little lightning blast. She comes with her power blaster. And then she comes with different hand gestures. She's got kind of open hands now, kind of, as you can see here, she's holding the bow fine, but she comes with a closed hand, and then she comes with more of like a ninja hand, as do all these Lightning Collection figures. And of course, the switching of the heads between the civilian to the morphed head. And noticing it now, there is Even this helmet, once again with the discoloration, a lot more bright than the entire rest of the body, as you can see it clearly there. Once again, discoloration, not sure if it's just limited to my figure or if that's just the general mold that you find with this Pink Ranger Lightning Collection. But overall, still a good buy, especially at 25 bucks that it's going on Amazon right now. So that does it for me, guys. Hopefully you liked my little story about Amy Jo Johnson. I have plenty of good experiences from other Power Ranger actors and do highly recommend going to conventions to interact with them and hear their stories. So with that being said, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.